At one of India's busiest and most strategically important ports, a merchant vessel flying a foreign flag made what appeared to be a scheduled stop, seemingly routine, blending in with the daily rhythm of global trade. Ships from all over the world arrive here, unloading and loading cargo. Their presence a common sight for port workers and officials alike. But this time, something was off. The air was thick with a sense of unease, as if the port itself sensed that this was no ordinary visit. The ship in question, CMA-CGM Attila, had sailed from the bustling ports of China and was bound for Karachi, Pakistan, a route that, on paper, was nothing out of the ordinary. Yet this particular journey had quietly drawn the attention of intelligence agencies who had been tracking its progress across the high seas. Acting on a high-level alert, Indian customs officials were instructed to halt the ship as soon as it docked. Their orders were clear: focus on a specific container, one that had raised red flags during routine intelligence monitoring. The crew, likely unaware of the growing tension, believed it was just another standard customs check, one of many they had experienced on previous voyages. They went about their duties, confident that nothing was amiss. But for Indian officials, this was far from routine. This was a high-stakes operation, with the eyes of multiple agencies watching every move. The pressure was immense, and the stakes could not have been higher. The shipping manifest listed the container as industrial equipment, nothing unusual on paper, and certainly not the kind of cargo that would normally attract suspicion. The paperwork was in order, the documentation thorough. However, intelligence suggested that this cargo was not what it seemed. There were whispers of a hidden, potentially dangerous purpose, one that could have far-reaching consequences if left unchecked. As the sun beat down on the bustling port, officials zeroed in on the container in question. Their instincts told them it was more than it appeared, and every second of delay only heightened the tension. The stage was set for a meticulous search, one that would soon uncover a secret with serious regional implications. The world outside the port remained unaware, but inside, every movement was charged with anticipation. This was no ordinary shipping delay. It was the beginning of a complex international incident, one that would ripple far beyond the port's gates and into the corridors of power in 3 nations. What lay inside that container would test the trust, security, and diplomatic ties between India, China, and Pakistan. The outcome could shift the balance of regional stability. And so, as dawn broke over the port, and the first container was opened, the story began, a tale of suspicion, discovery, and the fragile threads that connect nations in an uncertain world. The interception of the CMA-CGM Attila was no accident. It was the culmination of days of careful planning, surveillance, and a race against time on the high seas. Behind the scenes, a network of intelligence officers worked tirelessly, piecing together fragments of information from multiple sources. Their efforts were the backbone of this operation. Indian agencies had received a credible tip, one that would set off a chain of events stretching from Beijing to Karachi, and finally, to Indian shores. The message was clear. A ship traveling from China to Pakistan was carrying sensitive equipment, possibly with military applications. The implications were serious, and the stakes incredibly high. The alert didn't just name the vessel. It described the suspicious cargo in detail, triggering an immediate and coordinated response from Indian authorities. Analysts monitoring global trade routes and shipping data flagged the shipment as a potential threat. They tracked the vessel's every move, cross-referencing manifests and satellite imagery. The decision to intercept was made at the highest levels of government after intense discussions and security briefings. Every move was weighed carefully, balancing the need for action with the complexities of international law. Legal teams and security advisors worked side by side, ensuring that the operation would stand up to international scrutiny while protecting India's national interests. Customs officials at Nhava port were briefed in detail, instructed to search for a specific flagged item among thousands of containers. The pressure was immense. The ship's captain was ordered to comply with Indian authorities, and the crew prepared for a thorough inspection as the vessel neared port. The operation now shifted from intelligence gathering to hands-on investigation. Teams boarded the ship, searching for the cargo that could change the course of regional security. Their mission was clear: find the cargo, verify the tip, and prevent a possible security breach before it was too late. This was not just about paperwork or routine checks. It was about stopping a dangerous transfer before it reached its destination, and possibly averting a crisis. Every container, every manifest, every piece of equipment was scrutinized. The risk was real, and the consequences of failure unthinkable. The anonymous analysts and officials behind the scenes formed India's first line of defense, working in silence but with unwavering resolve. Their vigilance and quick action set the stage for what would soon become a major international incident, drawing the world's attention to the Arabian Sea. Now, with the world watching, the search was on, and the outcome would have far-reaching consequences. The crisis centered on one concept: dual-use equipment. Dual-use items serve both civilian and military purposes, like a kitchen knife that can chop vegetables or be used as a weapon. Everyday technologies, GPS, computers, chemicals, can be repurposed for military use. That's why strict international rules control their sale and transport. The item on the CMA-CGM Attila was listed as harmless industrial equipment, but intelligence suggested otherwise. It was an autoclave, used in factories but also critical for missile production. The challenge: stopping the spread of such technology to those who might use it for weapons. This shipment was heading to a country with a history of military ambitions, raising serious alarms. With the ship docked and the container isolated, India called in its top experts, the Defense Research and Development Organization, or DRDO. DRDO scientists and engineers, specialists in advanced technology, began a meticulous inspection. They examined the machine's size, capabilities and controls, comparing it to the shipping manifest. Their goal: determine if this was truly industrial equipment or something more sinister. The recipient in Pakistan, Pakistan Wings PVT Ltd, was also scrutinized. Accusing a country of illicit technology transfer is serious. India needed certainty. The DRDO's findings would shape India's next move and its diplomatic stance. Their expertise was crucial to confirm the intelligence. The investigation now had scientific backing. When Indian defense scientists first examined the mysterious machine, they quickly realized it was no ordinary piece of equipment. DRDO experts confirmed the worst. The machine was a high-spec autoclave, not a simple industrial dryer as it had been declared. This revelation sent shockwaves through the investigative team, raising immediate concerns about its intended use and the motives behind its shipment. Unlike standard industrial dryers, this autoclave was designed for a very specific and sensitive purpose. It was ideal for producing solid-fuel ballistic missiles, technology that could dramatically shift the regional balance of power and pose a significant threat to national security. Autoclaves like this are used to cure advanced composite materials, which are essential for manufacturing missile motor casings. These casings must withstand extreme pressure and heat, making them critical for the development of long-range missiles and advanced weaponry. The sheer size and engineering precision of this machine matched those found in the world's most advanced weapons programs. Its capabilities far exceeded what would be needed for civilian applications, leaving little doubt about its true purpose. Even more alarming was its intended destination: Pakistan. This fact alone raised a red flag for Indian security agencies, given the tense history and ongoing rivalry between the two nations. The cargo had been misdeclared, shipped by a Chinese company, and disguised as harmless industrial equipment. This elaborate cover-up suggested a high level of planning and coordination. Such deception pointed to a deliberate attempt to bypass international controls and evade detection by authorities. It was clear that those involved were determined to keep the machine's real purpose hidden. If the purpose behind the shipment were truly innocent, there would have been no need for such secrecy and concealment. The elaborate ruse only deepened suspicions. In fact, the very act of hiding the machine's true nature was as incriminating as the advanced technology itself. It was a clear sign that something far more serious was at play. With these discoveries, the stakes had just escalated to a whole new level, setting the stage for a major international crisis. India's action wasn't just suspicion, it was rooted in decades of mistrust with Pakistan's military and nuclear ambitions. India has long watched Pakistan's arsenal grow, often with outside help, especially from China. The two countries' rivalry is deep, shaped by wars and ongoing disputes. Preventing Pakistan from gaining a technological edge is central to India's security strategy. China's close partnership with Pakistan, including military support, heightens India's vigilance. Every sign of technology transfer is closely monitored. The ship's detention was a direct result of this enduring policy. The autoclave seizure wasn't an isolated event. It fit a troubling pattern. Similar incidents have occurred. revealing a systematic effort to supply Pakistan with dual-use technology. In 2020, India detained another Chinese ship carrying a misdeclared autoclave bound for Pakistan. DRDO confirmed it was suitable for missile production, and the cargo was seized. Other shipments included high-precision CNC machines, also critical for weapons programs. These repeated cases show persistent demand in Pakistan and willing suppliers in China. Mislabeling and concealment are common tactics to evade export controls. For India, each interception is a win for non-proliferation, but also a reminder that some shipments may go undetected. The vigilance continues as the stakes remain high. The pattern is clear and deeply concerning. The seizure sent shockwaves through already tense India-China-Pakistan relations. For India, it was a security necessity. For China and Pakistan, an unwelcome disruption. The incident added friction to a region marked by rivalries and mistrust. India saw it as proof of China's support for Pakistan's military ambitions. Pakistan viewed India's action as an attempt to block its development. China, caught in the middle, denied wrongdoing, but repeated incidents cast doubt on its claims. The episode damaged trust and complicated diplomacy, raising questions about compliance and intent. The fallout continues to shape strategic calculations in South Asia. This story is about more than one machine. It's about trust, security, and the rules that keep the world safe. The incident highlights the danger of weapons proliferation and the ease with which civilian tech can be diverted. In a region with 3 nuclear powers, such transfers are a direct threat to peace. Repeated mislabeling shatters trust and fuels suspicion, making cooperation nearly impossible. India's interception upheld international norms and sent a message to proliferators. You are being watched. The stability of South Asia matters globally. Conflict here would have far-reaching consequences. Preventing an arms race is a shared responsibility. Peace must be actively protected through vigilance, transparency, and respect for the rules.